Welcome back to JJN.
This week, we've heard some reports of some shady figures telling some stories.
For more details, let's go to the Sullivans.
Welcome, kids, to the story of Naaman. We've been talking a lot about love this month. Phileo love is caring deeply about someone else. I challenge you to spot examples of phileo love in the story. Now, let's begin. Naaman was a great man, a powerful man. He was the commander of the Syrian army, and he won many victories. But as powerful as Naaman was, he wasn't able to cure his own leprosy, which was a terrible skin disease. His wife could not come near him, let alone touch him. Just think, if you loved someone so dearly and you couldn't even give them a hug at night? Now the Syrian army had carried off a little girl from the land of Israel, and she became a slave to Naaman's wife.
Oh, I wish my husband could get well. He's been to the best doctors in Syria, but none of them can cure his leprosy.
May I please make a suggestion? I've heard of a prophet where I come from. If only Naaman would go to him, I'm sure he could cure him of his leprosy.
Do you really think so? Well, it's worth a try. Thank you for caring enough for Naaman and me to tell us about him. I just hope Naaman will agree to go.
The slave girl's idea went all the way up to Naaman's boss, the king of Syria himself. He gave Naaman permission to go. In fact, he wrote a letter to the king of Israel about Naaman. So Naaman went, taking with him gifts of silver, gold, and clothing. And of course, he brought the Syrian king's letter to the king of Israel.
What's this? A letter from the king of Syria? When this letter reaches you, know that I have sent to you Naaman my servant, that you may cure him of his leprosy?
The king of Israel tore his clothes in anger.
Am I God to kill and to make alive that this man sends word to me to cure a man of his leprosy? Oh, he's trying to pick a fight with me. He wants to start a war.
Now, Naaman's slave girl didn't mean the king of Israel when she said there was a prophet who could heal her master. When Elisha, the actual prophet, heard that the king of Israel had torn his clothes in anger, he sent a message to the king.
Oh no, another letter? This time from Elisha the prophet. Let's see. Why have you torn your clothes? Let Naaman come to me that he may know that there is a prophet in Israel. All right, Naaman, go and see Elisha the prophet. Elisha wants me to give you this message. He says to go and wash in the Jordan River 7 times, and your flesh shall be restored, and you shall be clean. What? I thought that Elisha would come out to me and call upon the name of the Lord his God and wave his hand over me and cure me. But he didn't even come out to meet me. He just sent out a servant to tell me to wash in the dirty Jordan River. Aren't our rivers much cleaner than any of the rivers in Israel? Why can't I go home and wash in them and be clean?
Naaman, sir, with all due respect, sir, take a deep breath. If Elisha had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it? How much more, then, when he tells you to do a simple thing, wash and be cleansed? It's that easy.
All right. 1. Not much difference here. 2. You know, it's cold. 3. Ours are much cleaner. You know that, right? 4. 5. A waste of royal time. 6. 7. I'm clean. My skin looks like a little boy's. I must go and thank Elisha. Elisha, I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel, so please accept this present from me.
Oh, as the Lord lives before whom I stand, I will receive none.
No, please, take the gift.
Nope,
Pretty please?
I won't.
Pretty please with a cherry on top?
No!
All right. If you won't take it, please at least give me 2 mule loads of dirt. For from now on, your servant will not offer burnt offerings or sacrifices to any god but the Lord. Oh, one more thing. Sometimes I have to go into the temple of the Syrian god with my master while he worships. When he leans on my arm and elbows, I also have to bow in the temple. Could your god please forgive me for this?
Go in peace, Naaman.
But when Naaman had gone from him a short distance, Gehazi, the servant of Elijah the man of God, got to thinking.
Wow, my master Elisha let this Naaman guy off easy, and not accepting any gifts from him? Well, as the Lord lives, I will run after him and get something from him. Is all well? Yes, all is well. My master has sent me to say, we just had 2 visitors, sons of prophets, arrive at our house. Please give them a talent of silver and 2 changes of clothes. Well, by all means, please accept 2 talents. Here you go. My servants will carry them for you. Thank you. I'll take those. You may go. I'll just hide these things so Elisha doesn't see them.
Gehazi! Gehazi! Gehazi!
Yes.
Where have you been, Gehazi?
I didn't go anywhere.
Gehazi, I know you went to Naaman. Is it right for us to accept gifts? Now, the leprosy of Naaman shall cling to you and to your children and your children's children forever.
Oh, no. Oh, no, my skin.
So Naaman went back to his own country, Syria, a new believer in the one true God. Remember the challenge that I gave you at the beginning of the story? Did you see anyone showing phileo love in this story? Did you see anyone not showing phileo love?
Thank you, Sullivan family, for that excellent report.
You know, we have kind of a brotherly love, even though we're just cousins.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, phileo. It's more like
Plenty of filet.
phileo fish. Have you ever had a phileo fish?
I have not.
Why?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Seems kind of fishy.
on JJN, we don't just tell the news, we make you tell the news. So take a minute to pause the video and talk about what you just learned. Why have you not had a phileo fish?
I'm just not a fish guy. And now it's time for the Fine Art Report. Due to a technical error, we have 3 pictures from Elena that just weren't able to get through in the past. But we have them here today.
So the first one, we have a picture of Job with his family and his cattle. And I'm assuming that it's his second family in cattle. Otherwise, this is a very dark portrait.
Our next image portrays just the excellent features and hair, specifically of your two beautiful hosts. We have us holding some donuts and our lovely artist that we featured last week confirming what we already knew, that donuts are in fact a fruit of the Spirit.
Still questionable theology, though.
And our final image shows another tree of Jesus and the fruit of the Spirit, with all the different branches of faithfulness, kindness, love, patience, and most of all, excellent artwork.
This has been
The Fine Art Report.
And now, since Caleb isn't here to interrupt, it's time for our memory verse with the Hatch family and a special guest.
On to you guys, Hatch family.
Be devoted
To one another
to one another
in brotherly
in brotherly love.
honor one another.
Honor one another.
Love yourself. Again, Maverick. Be devoted
Be devoted
to one another.
to one another in brotherly love.
Honor one another.
Honor one another.
Above yourself. Again, be devoted
Be devoted
to one another.
one another in brotherly love.
Honor one another. Above yourself. Again, be devoted
Be devoted
to one another.
to one another in brotherly love.
Honor one another. Above yourself. Last time, be devoted
Be devoted
to one another.
to one another in brotherly love.
Honor one another.
Honor one another.
Above yourself. Romans 12:10.
Romans 12:10.
Romans 12:10.
Romans 12:10.
Last time, Romans 12:10.
Romans 12:10.
Miss you.
Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome memory verse.
And for reminding us about brotherly love.
Don't forget to send in your artwork this week and look for the hidden treasure on the Children's Church website.
How have you not had the Filet-O-Fish? I'm sorry, it's just like, how?
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome memory verse.
And for
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome memory verse.
And for reminding us about
Brotherly love. Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome memory verse.
We spent so long doing all these takes that I forgot what I was supposed to say.
Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome Bible story.
And
Or
reminding
verse.
us about brotherly love.
Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome Bible verse.
You want to redo that?
Thank you, Hatch family, and special guest Trey for that awesome Bible verse.
And reminding us about brotherly love.
And Filet-O-Fish.